Hello, welcome everyone. How are you? Happy Sunday. Thanks for liking my videos. It's time for another live stream. Just remember, this is your live stream. You can ask any question you want. Hello, welcome everyone. How are you? I'm just testing. It looks like you can see and hear everything. All right. So how are you today? What is going on in the villages this wonderful weekend? Let me know who's in the chat below. Ask any questions. We'll go over a few things. Hello, Suzette. How are you? Hand pink waving. Nice. Hello, Suzette. Thanks for joining. Hello, Craig the Sailor. How are you? Awesome. Is there anything you want to go over in particular this week? Just let me know. I do have some of the pre-owned homes up on Zillow. Kimberly, hello, how are you? I did a video for you this week, Kimberly. The amortization schedule video. Did you find it helpful? Sometimes when you get into numbers like that, it gets really confusing. I hope you found it helpful. It was fun to put together. It's been a while since I've been in my finance accounting job to do spreadsheets, so I thought it was like knocking off some of the old rust from my old finance accounting days. Suzette and Mark from Northern California, welcome. Thank you. When are you going to move to the villages? Homes be in LaGrange. I'm looking for a cottage homes. Hopefully, if not a patio villa. Yeah, I think it's going to be cottage homes. I do. I think they're going to be cottage homes. Not sure if it's a villa or a cottage home, but I think they are going to be cottage homes. Share this screen instead. Hopefully you can see my other screen. Yes, I'm thinking that they're going to be cottage homes right here in unit 166. I'm thinking they're here. I think this is going to be cottage homes. Unit 166. I think they're going to be cottage homes. Yes, it does. I'm pretty analytical, so it was awesome. Oh, good. A lot of people get confused with those types of videos. That's why I don't do too many of them, because after a minute they just tune them out. They're from Spokane Valley in Washington. Should be on our second visit. What kind of home are you interested in? Are you looking at a designer home? I was too concerned because somebody else posted a video today that showed they could see the lookout tower of the. Ooh, that's possible. I think you can. If I remember right, I think you can see the lookout tower. But I think you can see the lookout tower from pretty much anywhere in here, really. So the prison starts somewhere down in here. Right in here is where the prison starts. No, actually, yes, we're somewhere in here. The prison starts, and it goes all the way down to here. So the prison's all in this area right here. I think the northern building of the prison kind of coincides with this power substation, if I remember the map. But I think anywhere in here, Edenfield, I think even in Well Point, you might not see it in Ocala because it's so close to this Marsh Bend Trail, and there are tall trees. They planted very tall trees on Marsh Bend Trail. So when you're next to Marsh Bend Trail, all you see is trees. But as you go further east, all in this area, you can see those towers if you look hard enough. That's for sure. Early next year, looking at the Cordillera Villa, Raleigh or Serenity. Okay, Serenity, nice. I saw that thing is much more visible than from Well Point. We are looking at designer homes, but it has a room for a pool. We may take older home that is a cottage villa. Okay. Yes, you can. It will depend on how your house will be situated. Yes. Yeah, I agree. You can see that. It's just like some trees are taller. There's all trees through here, and some trees are taller, and it depends on what angle you're looking at. Sometimes you can see the guard tower, sometimes you can't. Yeah, most people don't understand what a bond is. I talk to so many people, they have no clue. That's part of the reason I started the channel, is to educate. Yes, you can see lights and lookout tower, but I don't think it's that big a deal. No, it's not. It's not obtrusive looking. It's just that it's a friendly reminder that you're living pretty close to a federal prison. If we go to new, it will likely be a kingfisher or sycamore. Very good. Very, very good. Uh, so I did an update of the future of the villages. And LaGrange is a unique area here. And I said that I think this is going to be 167 is going to be patio villas right here. This one is still unidentifiable. But what's unique is this road like this. So I'm trying to figure out what that is. Very interesting. And then I think this is going to be cottage homes based on the bond amounts. So has anybody seen any other YouTubers do videos and identify what these neighborhoods are going to be? Am I close to being right on my guesses? And that's true. LaGrange. LaGrange, that seems so small. It is. It seems small. It's spread out too because it's on the other side of Corbin Trail as well. So keep in mind that LaGrange is here, and then it's also over here. This long, that's LaGrange over here, as well as this blob down here. This is all LaGrange as well as that. It's kind of spread out. So, have you or anyone here announcements from the prison, sirens or intercoms? I haven't heard anything when I was doing videos down there. I have not. I don't know. I haven't heard of any escape attempts either, but I'm not paying that close attention. I haven't heard anyone tackle. Really? No YouTubers are talking about LaGrange? Wow. Interesting. Again, I don't watch YouTubers. I don't want them to influence my decisions, so I don't watch them. I don't see anyone else trying to figure it out. Really? Wow, that's boring. Oh, there are several videos. I think you're correct on cottage homes. Really? Yeah, the bonds don't lie. The Villages is really consistent when it comes to money and financing and bond amounts, and they want to be consistent because they don't want their clientele to compare with their neighbors, and one neighbor comparing their bond to another neighbor. So the villages is hypersensitive about being consistent about maintenance assessment fees, bond amounts. That's why when I try to identify what a neighborhood is going to be, I just look at the bond amount, because bond amounts are consistent. You're going to find a bond amount on a courtyard villa around $38,000. That's simple. A bond amount on a patio villa is going to be 26, 27, $28,000. A designer home, usually in that $50,000 range. So the villages is very consistent when it comes to bonds. That's why I'm projecting what these neighborhoods are going to be. But it almost looks to me like those cottage homes, some of those might have a retention pond view. Is that correct? I don't recall any cottage home neighborhood with a retention pond view. If that's the case, you might have cottage homes with retention ponds, and I'm wondering if they're going to be cottage villas with a retention pond view. I'm almost going to think that these are going to be cottage villas. You're going to have a fenced in yard, and some of these cottage villas along the retention pond, you're going to have like a steel or aluminum fence that you can see the retention pond. That would be an awesome. I don't think I've ever seen a cottage villa on a retention pond. Let me know in the comments. Really? Oh, that's good. No, they do have the neighborhood sign up for LaGrange yet. Do we know what colors they're using? I don't know. I don't know if LaGrange. Oh yeah, they do have. I did some videos 6 months ago. It's kind of a bland grayish white color. I did videos on LaGrange, and I videoed the entrance sign. Go back 6 months. I think go back 6 months and look for a video of mine entitled LaGrange. I did several of them, and they do show the sign. It's kind of a nice sign. It's kind of like a light brown or light gray. D&D retiring to the village and go all have new videos out. Oh, okay. On LaGrange. I would think most of those homes are already built in LaGrange. If they did aerial videos, you should be able to tell from their drone shots what homes are in here, because I'm sure those homes are already built. Papa Panama has of LaGrange, and there's some drive-bys, but you're the only one that's seen that is actually speculated at what the neighborhood homes are going to be. Yeah, thank you. Are the other videos you're talking about the drive-bys, or are they the I was actually on the ground, boots on the ground in LaGrange, and I think I did one video where I talked about actually I probably could play it, where I talked about the best neighborhoods. Let me see if I can even look it up on my own YouTube channel. And I'm going to go to YouTube, and maybe I'll just play it. We'll watch it together. I think I did my best villages to live in near Eastport video. I think I did that. Switch account. And I hear a marching band. Why am I hearing a marching band? So let's share the screen. So now you should be able to see my YouTube channel. I think this is mine, yeah. Go to my channel, right? View your channel. And I did a video, about, I'm going to just type in LaGrange. Lagrange, Grange. I thought it would be. Anyway, I can't find it. Let's go here. Go to my channel. And if you go back 6 months, you should be able to see it. I think I did the top 10, the top 5 villages to live in. I do so many videos, it's hard to find. I don't know why I can't find them, but now I know why you don't want to look for them. Advantages and disadvantages. New home tour 2 months ago, 3 months ago. New courtyard villas. Somewhere in here, sweet spot in the villages. All the new homes in the villages. Your money. I do too many videos. Eastport update, Oak Hollow. I did one with Lagrange. I know. Water's Edge, new homes in Shady Brook. 4 months ago, walking tour. This might be one. Update, Eastport, Shady Brook, Water's Edge, the villages. No, maybe not. That might be one, actually. Where it is. But anyway, it's a nice sign, no matter how you look at it. Are there some Lagrange signs up? But yes. Yeah, they're kind of gray. Yeah. Drone videos, you can look at the district maps. Yeah, bond amounts will tell you pretty much what it is. I also drive through on a regular basis and look for myself. All right. Robinette Run looks like the place for me if they're cottage villas. Robinette Run. Where is Robinette Run? Oh, right here. So Robinette Run, yeah, I think these are going to be cottage homes or cottage villas. Not quite sure. But the only thing with Robinette Run is it's kind of close to this intersection. Share this tab instead. So Robinette Run is in Village of Lagrange right here, down here. And then you have the ball fields. So that's the only thing. There's going to be people in the ball fields pretty much all day, every day. And not at night, but during the day. There's people always at the ball field up at just north of Laurel Manor. There's a ball field, and there's people there all day long. They're playing baseball all day. Puzzle me that on a resale, a paid off bond does not get much more at sale than one with plenty. That's a good question. I talked to a lot of realtors, MLS realtors, not villages realtors. And they really encourage you not to pay the bond off because they want to get consistency with pricing, because they got a lot of people looking at pre-owned homes. And if you pay the bond off, they're going to scratch their head and wonder why one home is priced $30,000 higher than another home. I don't know. I think they recover most of it. In most cases, they do, I think, recover most of it. At least a year ago when I was doing videos and talking to real estate agents, they do price the homes higher, and I think they recover it. It depends on what the competition is. If you have a unique home and there's no other homes like it on the market, then you probably will recover your bond amount. But if you have a cookie cutter home and there's a lot of them on the market, there's a good chance you're not going to recover the bond. I think that's pretty much how I describe it. boy. All right. Not many are there built in LaGrange. Are a few big. Oh, really? I would have thought most of the homes in LaGrange are already built. There are a few videos recently, and there is still a lot to do. Well, okay. The same streams, I see him all the time. The video, because it was after that, I was convinced I want to wait for LaGrange. I think he said it was number 2. I rated LaGrange number 2 behind Water's Edge. I think LaGrange is far enough away from the Turnpike, because when I was here doing videos, I walked in on this street and I was standing right here, and it was just vacant lots of land and dust blowing around. And I could see the Turnpike. I could see cars driving up and down the Turnpike, but I couldn't really hear them. I could see the Turnpike from here. I couldn't really hear them. I think in Edenfield, on the northern end of Edenfield, you're going to hear Turnpike noise. There is a restaurant and gas station between the north and south lanes. That's a 24/7 operation. Lots of semi trucks, downshifting. This is a noisy Turnpike, friends. I guess I don't know how much I can stress it to you. This Turnpike is noisy. And if you're really sensitive to noise, you need to go here and just park your car at night, because that's when the noise travels. Noise travels at night. That's because the winds calm down at night. And just park your car in here and listen. I did that when I was looking at a new home in, where the hell was it? I was looking at a new home here in, what's this called? Sawgrass Grove. What's that neighborhood called? Right in here. I was looking at homes in here when they were first building them. St. Catherine. I was looking at homes in St. Catherine, and I'm thinking, oh, I'm going to stand here. I think I was in this neighborhood right here. I think this is a patio villa neighborhood. And I stood in here. It was evening time, and I heard Turnpike noise. I heard lots of Turnpike noise. So you have to be the judge for yourself if these neighborhoods are too close to the Turnpike for you or not. I'm sensitive to road noise. I grew up in a community, I didn't hear any road noise. So that's why I'm stressing to you. If you're sensitive to road noise, go down and listen, and go at night, 7, 8 at night. Will you have a much better feel for what is going on? No, you'll be seriously looking. I don't think the LaGrange sign went up until September, maybe August. September, maybe August. Well, they had entrance signs on the roadway. So they have multiple different signs. So on Corbin Trail, as you entered into LaGrange, they had a sign there that said LaGrange, but it was between the north and southbound lanes. But the main entrance sign was not up when I was there. The sign, essentially where you push the button and the gate arm goes up, that LaGrange sign was there, not the main entrance sign. They don't put those up until later on. Yes, our first visit was just to figure out if we could tolerate the heat, which was nothing, really. Better be soon, Kimberly. They will be selling by the end of the year. Yeah, I think so. I think it's going to be sooner than that. Well, what day is it? It's almost October, so yeah. Yeah, they'll be selling soon. It's going to be loud anywhere down in the south side of LaGrange. Music at night, and I think some noise from the softball. It could be. I'm focused on CDD. I'm a year out from building. 16 would be good. Is there a way I can? Why can't I share that screen? Weird. So, can I add a scene? Can I add a media screen? Well, I can't. I guess I can't. Wait. Anyway, yeah, CDC 16 would be awesome, I think. And I'm looking at CDD 16. Somebody sent me that map. And I would think that I would stay in the village of Farmstead. Looks good. Farmstead essentially runs parallel or adjacent to Bexley Trail. And I would stay on the southern side, southern end of Farmstead. I would not buy into the northern end of Farmstead, which would be essentially across Bexley Trail from Water's Edge. I think you're getting a little too close to the Turnpike. So stay in the middle or in the southern end of Farmstead, and I think you should be fine. That would be my recommendation. So which comment are we on? Okay. Also on bonds, I don't think banks will roll that cost into a mortgage with minimal down payment. Yeah, I think you're right. Banks, you mean? Uh, I don't know how the banks view that. Uh, because in the north where I come from, in Wisconsin, the developer rolls all those development costs into the price of the lot of the land. So you won't see a $5,000 lot of land for sale in Wisconsin. You're going to see a $25,000 lot, and that's because they roll those development costs into the land price. So you buy your lot of land for 25 or 50,000, and then you build a house on it. And the banks finance that. So I don't understand why they wouldn't finance the bond, because all the developer is doing is parsing out the development costs from the lot of land. Because I think everywhere else in the country, the developers don't do that. They put that development cost into the price of the land. So I don't know why they wouldn't do it or would do it. I have no idea. It's just wonky. And the villages does these bonds for cash flow reasons. They can get paid faster because the bond is actually taken out by the community development district, who essentially pays off the developer, and the developer doesn't need to wait for the homes to sell to get paid for development, and they get the cash flow sooner, and they can continue to develop. And that's part of the reason for their success, is they're getting paid before the homes get sold, and they're getting paid from the bond that the community development district takes out. And that allows the developer to continue developing the villages without taking out boatloads of loans. Instead, the community development district is taking out the boatloads of loans, and the community development district is then getting paid back through the annual bond payments. And that's how that all works. It's all due to cash flow. It's all due to the developer wanting to develop without using their own cash, which makes sense. That's the reason they have the bonds, and that's why the bonds are parsing out the development costs. That's why most other developers are smaller developers. They develop, one small neighborhood, they fund it themselves, and then they recoup it when the homes sell. This is different. This is ginormous. This is gigantic. and the developer probably wouldn't have enough money, at least when they started 30 years ago, to develop all these neighborhoods using their own cash. So they figured out a way to build and expand without using a boatload of their own cash. So they came up with this community development district idea, which is part of the Florida State Statute 190, and it allows them to essentially expand and build and get paid relatively quickly rather than waiting for these homes to sell. That's the reason they have bonds. It's just a giant shell game. CDD 16 is starting south, then building towards the north. Oh, okay. That would be great, Greg. Then buy one of those first neighborhoods they're developing in the southern part of it. You have said it before, and I will say it again. Go to the lots at night and gonna hear the turnpike. Yes, you will. You're gonna hear turnpike noise. You probably will even hear the turnpike in Water's Edge at night, maybe a little bit, because sound travels at night. Used to 104 degrees in Spokane Valley. Really? I didn't think it got that warm in Washington. I'm surprised to hear that. Then in the winter, we have two. Really? That's an interesting place to be. What type of home do you want to build? My big noise avoidance would be pickleball. Yeah, pickleball noises travel quite a bit. That's why I would be leery of these neighborhoods right here. I would be leery of buying here. I would be leery of buying here. Here's the Aiden patio villas. These are veranda homes. I don't know if I would buy in here at all. And then you're going to have veranda homes here. I don't think I'd buy into here either. You're going to have designer homes through in here. I don't think I'd buy in here because you have the Blanchard Rec Center. You've got 6 pickleball courts. You've got 2 tennis courts. You've got a swimming pool. I'm sure this is going to be a family swimming pool. This is going to be a busy rec center. You're going to hear gnick gnack all day because of these pickleball courts. And then you're going to have the golf club, and you're going to have people in here. Are they going to have a bar or not? Or is it just going to be small? But if they have a bar and a restaurant, people are going to be in there drinking all day. I would stay away from this area. I'm just warning you people. Don't say I didn't warn you. Stay away from this area. That's one of the reasons I put up a poll on my YouTube. This veranda neighborhood here versus the Oak Hollow veranda south, which is better. This by far is much better. I could not believe the results of my poll. People are saying that this veranda home neighborhood is better. I'm thinking to myself, what are you thinking about? Don't you listen to any of my videos? Right here. You got how many votes? 16 votes, and you've got 44% of them. You're talking what? 4 or 5 people think the Oak Hollow Veranda Homes East neighborhood is better than the Well Point. Let me share this tab. Look at this. I put this poll up, and we've got 4 or 5 people out of 16 votes that think Oak Hollow Veranda Homes neighborhood is better than Well Point. I'm thinking, what are you people drinking? Apparently, you're not watching my videos. So I would stay away from these neighborhoods right in here. This is still a really nice neighborhood. Well Point, Veranda Homes South. So anyway, when I see poll results like that, I'm wondering, why do I even make videos anymore? Doesn't anybody comprehend them? Check my email, Tim. I got my phone. Let me check my email. Let's check the email. Uh-oh. Let's go to all. Let's go to. All right. Let's go to Craig. Sent me another map. You may have them already. Let's see if I have these maps. Craig, so thank you, Craig, for sending me a map. And my email is the Unboxer Gadgets. Okay, what's this one? Oh, Eastport. All right. Let's see what the other map is. Villages Subdivision. I like maps. I will download them. I'll put them on my computer. Yeah, this is the William Vanes one. I'm glad you sent it to me in PDF, actually, because this one I'll actually be able to transfer to my computer. And we'll go over it. I keep saying next week, but next week I want to go over this map. That's going to be a good live stream. That map we will go over. I don't know if you can see it, but it's the William Vanes map. I'm going to figure out how to download this to my computer. You sent it to me in PDF. So we'll go over that. Villages Subdivision PDF map. Thank you, Craig. I appreciate it. And you can find my email address in my YouTube account if you go into the right here. Where can you find it? Where can you find, if you go home, and you go into more, I think, and you can find my email right there. The Unboxer Guys at Gmail. So send me emails if you want. So you go to my YouTube account and then you look at my beautiful picture and then you click on more and it brings up a bunch of links. You'll see my TikTok account, my Linktree, Buy Me a Coffee, Patreon, PayPal, and then my email. So that's how you get a hold of me. Share this app. I'm having problems looking at the Villages map today. Periodically, the Villages website will not work for me. And I think it's because I'm in a different country and I'm using a VPN and their software system will kick me out because it recognizes that I'm in a different country and I'm using VPN software. So this map does not display any homes. And it's because I think the Villages has blocked me out, at least for today. Tomorrow or in an hour from now, it might work. But for right now, it is not working. And it's somewhat annoying, I'll be honest with you. So the Villages did a good job of blocking me out. So let me try one last time to see if it's going to work. Nope, it's not going to work today. They might be doing system updates, I don't know, but something is not right with the Villages. But anyway, let's go through some more comments. I agree with Scott. Avoid the pickleball. Yeah, definitely. Pickleball really is noisy. I couldn't imagine. You stay far away. I'm telling you, stay far, far away from pickleball. That noise really travels. Sam, I think we're going to go for a pre-owned in Fenny or Chitty Chatty. I was looking at buying in Chitty Chatty or Bradford when those villages were being built. That's where I was looking to buy, Chitty Chatty or Bradford. And now those locations are here. Here is Chitty Chatty and Bradford area. Chitty Chatty here and Bradford in here, I believe. It's kind of no man's land. That's the reason I decided not to buy there. There really wasn't a lot of shopping nearby. This mall here. Where's the nearest public store? You are going to have a new Walmart here, though. but I don't think you can get there on a golf cart. Here's where the Walmart is going to go, I believe. Yes, right here. So the reason I didn't buy here is, again, I couldn't get anywhere on my golf cart. Here, this is a small shopping plaza. They have a very good pizza restaurant here, though. Pizzoni's or something. The pizza restaurant is awesome there. They have a gas station. I think that's where the new Hooters is too, right? I think I did videos there. But I just felt there's just not enough in this area within a golf cart ride for me. So I chose not to buy that. Or is this Chitty Chat? No, this is Bradford here. This is Chitty Chatty and this is Bradford, I think. Yes, this is Bradford. So it just felt to me like I was in the middle of nowhere here. So what do you think about that spot? These houses are well insulated. You will not hear it inside the house. The pickleball? Well, if you get a concrete house, you still will hear it, I think. I don't know, you tell me. Have you heard anything about Governor DeSantis working on homestead property taxes? He's trying to have the vote on the ballot next year. Let's see. Following Governor calls for property tax relief, Florida voters approved Amendment 5 in November, which went into effect January. This amendment directly impacts the state's homestead exemption by adding an annual inflation adjustment to the second 25,000. Oh, so they're going to add an inflation adjustment. So every year that second 25,000 exemption will go up a little bit. The total homestead exemption increased from 50,000 to 50,722 for the properties valued. Oh, that's nice. So you're going to get a little more property tax relief starting this year. The first 25,000 of the exemption applies to all taxing authorities, including schools and okay, the first. So the exemption is odd. It's total $50,000, but they split it in two $25,000 increments. I never could understand it, but here it says the first 25,000 is all taxing authorities, and then the second one is for the local. Maybe I have no idea. So you're going to get you're going to get a $700, at least $722 deduction in your assessed value that you pay your taxes on. His push for further poverty in 2020 government has continued to advocate for further reduction and continue to address the burden caused by rising home values. Property tax elimination. In September, DeSantis advocated for eliminating property taxes entirely for Florida homeowners with homestead properties. Wow. The idea, however, faces significant. I don't think that'll ever happen. Tax fund the bulk of the local government school districts. Right now it's funding local government and school districts. During the 05 legislation, DeSantis pushed for property tax cuts, but long government investigating has started to investigate alleged waste, fraud, and abuse. Eligibility for exemption. To qualify, you must meet the following criteria as of January 1. Now, this is a timing thing. I live in Sumter County, and when I talked to the people at Sumter County, when I applied for my homestead, when I first moved to the villages, they said that if you move to the villages in January, February, or March, you need to go to the Sumter County Golden Dome building down on County Road 466A in Powell. You go there and you apply, and that exemption will show up that same year on your tax bill. But if you move to the villages in April, May, June, July, all the way through December, you should apply for it right away, but it's not going to show up on your property tax bill until the following year. So just a word of caution, if you want that homestead credit to reflect on your home, you need to apply for January, February, or March if you want it to show up that same year. And some people will buy a home and they won't move into it right away, and they'll move into the home a year later. That's what I did. I bought my home in May of 2021, and then I moved into it in April of 2022. When I bought that home in May, I should have applied for the homestead credit, but I didn't apply for it until I moved to the following year in April. And then I was late 1 month. So I actually missed 2 years of homestead credit. So the minute you buy that house, apply for the homestead credit at Sumter County. And if you apply for it the first 3 months of the year, that credit should show up the same year on your property tax bill. And if you don't, it's going to follow up this following year. So that is act quickly, especially in Sumter County. All right, so now we're back to this tab. I am a warbler, and I can hear bullfrogs through my windows. So you can hear that. Yeah, I agree, Sam. You can hear pickleball through the walls, through the windows. Yeah, there's no doubt in my mind. Either a burrowing owl with a... All right. I would buy east of Bexley Trail and north of Marsh Bend Trail in January to March. East of Bexley and north of Marsh Bend. East of Bexley and north of Marsh Bend. Where the hell is that? East of Bexley and north of Marsh Bend. Okay. Yeah, that's the perfect spot. But you don't want to go too far north. Stay south of Water's Edge. So if you're going to buy in District 16, you want to be north of Marsh Bend Trail. You want to be in here. But you don't want to be up by Water's Edge, because I think you're pretty close to the Turnpike here. Again, I'm super sensitive. Keep in mind, County Road 470, what is this? Is this coming through, or what is going to happen here? Oh, they're starting to build roads here. Yeah, I would stay down in here. This is Shady Brook. So if you are across Bexley Trail from Shady Brook, you're fine. You're still close enough to the town square. You don't want to be too close to the town square either, because you just get craziness there. You're not sensitive to noise. Apparently not. I grew up under a runway. Oh, okay. Okay. If you're from Chicago, you're not sensitive to noise. I grew up in the country of Wisconsin. I'm sensitive to noise. To all wanting a view lot and larger, start early and buy early. Yes. If it's really good, take a long time. Yes. View lots go quickly. View lots are the first lots to be sold. On the noise, be careful. It will devalue. Right. Because you're going to get people like me who are going to walk over to that house and say, oh, it's too close to the road. It's too noisy. I am not buying it. I'm looking for reasons not to buy. That's the kind of buyer I am. It has to be perfect in order for me to buy something. And there's a lot of people out there. Don't discount it. I talk to a lot of resale real estate agents, MLS agents. There are a lot of people that are really, really picky about weird things. So just be careful on resale. That's why I keep telling everybody, buy a north-facing lanai, buy an east-facing lanai. You cannot believe how many people, how many realtors I talk to who say they cannot sell a home with a west or south-facing lanai. I keep preaching that to you, and I get commenters commenting back, telling me I'm crazy. This west-facing lanai is the best because they get the sun, blah, blah, blah. You're not going to be able to resell the damn house. I'm just telling you. I'm going to be careful. Yeah, I agree with you, Sam. You're spot on. Sir, I've built 5 homes, very familiar with the process of how the market works. Continue that people buy 3 homes in the middle because they fail to study. Exactly, Sam. That's one of the reasons they're buying 3 homes, is because they just buy into the wrong neighborhood. They just don't like something about where they buy because they don't investigate. I totally agree with it. That's one of the reasons. Another reason, and it's becoming more popular, I talk to a lot of people who are downsizing homes. They buy a giant sized home when they first move to the villages, and then after a few years, 5 years, 10 years, whatever, they say, hey, I don't need this big home. I don't want to take care of this big home. And they downsize. I've talked to so many people like that recently. Everyone remember to like his videos. Oh, thank you, Craig DeSailor. I appreciate that. You have built 5 in the villages, Craig? I don't know. It's not you. The site is down at this moment. Oh, is it? The site is down. Okay. Well, sometimes the villages does like block me. And because when I was in the Philippines, where I am now, I would log on to the website, and for the first few weeks, I could get to the website no problem. And then all of a sudden, they blocked me, and then I had to buy what do you call this thing? Surfshark. I had to buy the Surfshark, and then I log on using a United States host, and then I can access their website. So, and now today I can't even access their website with my VPN Surfshark. So I didn't know if they blocked me somehow because they could figure it out, or if the website's down. So the website is down. They're not letting me in either right now. Okay, so the website's down. None in the villages yet. 2 in Illinois, 3 in Florida, 4 of them custom. I have heard they do not have gas in. Yeah, the gas station's pretty far away. That's one of the reasons I didn't buy in Chitty Chatty or Bradford or St. Catherine. I was looking in all 3 areas at a new home, and I said, there's just nothing down there. There's no shopping, there's no restaurants, there's no gas stations. And I knew that it would take a long time for that to get put in down there. And I still don't know if they have enough. All I know is they have a gas station here, and it's busy, long lines all the time. There is a gas station, and I go to it when I'm in the south sometimes. I think it's in here. There's a gas station in here, right? I forgot what this plaza is called, but it's always busy. It's got long lines all the time. It's because this part of the villages has a lot of people living in it, and they just don't have enough retail or restaurants or gas stations or grocery stores or anything. And all the lines along. That's one of the reasons I'm staying away from the south until it gets built up. Does anyone in the chat own a home in the villages today? Well, I do. How long are you out of the country? March. You're at, but I cannot remember. Is that Thailand? No, Philippines. I'm in Southeast Asia, Philippines. Well, Thailand had an earthquake, and they had some condo buildings kind of almost collapse. There's a lot of earthquakes here, actually. There's like 5 or 6 small earthquakes in this area, like every day. It's right on a giant fault line. I forget, the Ring of Fire or something they call it. I'm coming for my second lifestyle visit in April. I think I'll be back in March or April for a while. Chitty Chatty is really close to the new Walmart. Yes, it is. I think I would Stay clear of CC chitty chatty. Yeah, there's going to be that intersection is crazy. Highway 44 there, and what is it, Morse? That's a busy intersection. Drive. My in-laws moved to Orange Blossom Gardens in the late 80s and then lived in El Cortez and then another near 466. Oh. I live I live a little bit south of 466. And I love it. I love the conveniences. I get my golf cart. I drive to Walmart. I drive to Publix. I even for my doctor's appointments, I even go to Quest Diagnostics to draw my blood. It's all right on 466. It's 5-minute golf cart ride. That's the lifestyle I wanted. I didn't want to use my car very much at all. And that's why I picked living up in a little bit south of 466. As they develop the South, I will consider maybe relocating there. But I think it's going to take a long, long time for the South to have the same type of conveniences as where I have now in terms of shopping, using a golf cart. I have 5 community swimming pools within a 5-minute golf cart ride of me. So when my community swimming pool is down, I can just drive to the next one. And I do it a lot. I actually do it a lot. I go to other community swimming pools quite often because sometimes my swimming pool is under maintenance. Sometimes there's too many people in it. Whatever reason, I use the community swimming pools in and around my area more often than I thought. And I'm happy that I have a choice of like 4 or 5 of them within a few minutes golf cart ride. And I don't see that happening in the South. I really don't. You're going to have to travel a ways to get to a community swimming pool. My first in 1992. So, Craig, did you see the Pain player at the Orange Blossom? What is this, Sam? Piano player was the main and only entertainment. They're of the east side of Fort Worth where they did entertainment. Yep. My current home has north-facing lanai. Oh, there you go. Do you like the north-facing lanai? Do not buy, eat. All right. Makes a huge difference. East or west-facing lanai. Yes, looking forward to the lot. Lottery will most likely take several attempts. Yeah, most likely. Yes, indeed. Sunshades are also another. Yeah, sunshades are very expensive. You know, when I priced out a water conditioner, it was like, I don't know, $2,000, which was twice of what I paid in Wisconsin. The other thing that's expensive are lanai screens and sunshades. I looked at buying one because I have a patio villa and my patio on the side of the home faces west. My patio in the front of the home faces north. So I was looking at a sunshade on the west side and they are exorbitantly priced in the villages. It's bizarre how much they cost. So good point. Russell is a new one. Welcome to the channel, Russell. Had a partially disabled vet who works at Red Fox tell me last week there's a tax exemption equal to disability rating. Oh, nice. Is that the Homestead credit maybe? 16 times. Wow. As for the gas, I meant there is no gas heat. Another YouTuber was stating you can only get electric, but it's good to know that gas for the car may be an issue as well. Sorry? What are you talking about there, Craig the Sailor? Gas heat? Are you talking about natural gas for your heat exchanger in the garage, or what are you talking about there? I think Greg means natural gas is all electric appliances. Yes. So Chitty Chatty and Bradford are all electric appliances. There's some neighborhoods in the villages, they only offer electric. You cannot get a natural gas stove because there's no natural gas running into the home from the street. There's no natural gas available. In some communities, in the villages, and I believe Chitty Chatty and Bradford are one of them, which is another reason I didn't want to buy in there. Does St. Catherine have natural gas? St. Catherine might have only electric. My neighborhood in the north, I have natural gas. I have a natural gas clothes dryer. I have a natural gas heat exchanger, heater. Absolutely love it. The utility bills are low because of that. Electricity is much more expensive than natural gas. That's one of the reasons I wanted to move into a neighborhood with natural gas. And when I bought a new clothes dryer, I took out the old clothes dryer that was in the home. It came fully furnished, and I replaced the electric clothes dryer with a natural gas clothes dryer. And it's very inexpensive. My electric bills are reasonable. I think the highest electric bill I have during the hottest summer month is like $135 or something like that. And that's because most of my appliances, my stove, is natural gas. That's why I was happy to see that in the southern part, like Water's Edge, they're offering natural gas again. Because in the St. Catherine area and Chitty Chatty and Bradford, it was all electric. To make no, yeah, that's the problem. Fenny is in the middle of nowhere, man. Oh my God. I wanted to buy into Fenny too until I went there and I said, wow, this is in the middle of nowhere and it takes you forever to get anywhere in Fenny. But they do have a lot of walking trails. So I didn't buy into Fenny because it's just too far away from everything. It is beautiful. That's true. It's beautiful, but it's just not convenient. Not for me anyway. Yes, I want to be close. I want to be golf cart shopping, and I want to be far away from the shopping. Spent my life in Houston. There are 5 pools close to Water's Edge, if not more. No hate on the south. Yes. Okay, so we're at the bottom of our comments. We're at the bottom of the commenters. Yeah, I was looking forward. I was looking forward 15 years. When I'm 80 years old, I don't want to be driving a car to a store. I want to be driving a golf car. So that was my mindset. My mindset was long term, and I wanted to be near a lot of swimming pools. I wanted to be near a rec center that had a weight room, which is Laurel Manor, inside gym. I wanted to be within 10-minute golf cart ride of a town square, which is Lake Sumter Landing, which I'm actually 12 minutes away from via golf cart. And I wanted to be near shopping. And I do a lot of shopping on my golf cart. In fact, I was happy one day when the battery in my car died, and I had my other car parked behind it, and I couldn't get to the store. I had to use my golf cart to buy a new battery. So I bought a new battery from the local Advance Auto Parts up on 466 using my golf car because one car was in the garage and the car in the driveway had a dead battery and I couldn't do anything about it. So it came in handy. Bought a new battery using the golf car, put it in myself. That's the reason I wanted to live near shopping. I don't hear the shopping. I don't see the shopping. It's just that it takes me 10 minutes to get to the shopping. Yeah, maybe 3 to 5 years is probably right. Most likely. And in 5 years, I will be too old to worry about moving to the south. That's probably my guess. I don't want to wait. I'm one of these impatient guys. And there's a lot of people who are willing to wait. I'm just one of those guys that doesn't want to wait. Yeah, somebody, I think you or somebody keeps saying that. It's like, I'm not of that generation yet. I still like going to the store and touching stuff and looking at what I'm buying. Uh, it sounds good on paper to shop, do all your shopping online, but in practicality, I just don't see it to be practical. How much stuff are you returning? How much stuff are you misbuying? Generally, when you buy online, the prices are a little more expensive. Uh, so, so in practicality, it sounds great, but in reality, I don't know. I don't see the benefit there. I'm 62 years old. 62. I turned 62 in June. I might. Well, I go down there to do videos. I always go down to do videos. Absolutely. I go to Booster's Bar and have a hamburger once in a while when I'm doing videos in the South. The first time I went was when it first opened and it was busy. The second time I went, there was nobody in it. I thought, where are all the people at Booster's Bar? It was, I don't know, I think it was a weekend. It was a Saturday or Sunday afternoon, like maybe noon or 1 o'clock. I was expecting Boosters to be packed, and there was nobody in Boosters. And when was that? That was probably I came here in May, so it might have been March or April. I was at Boosters on a weekend day, and there was nobody in it. Where are all the people? I couldn't believe it. I thought it would be full. Okay, one other YouTuber uses Kroger delivery for groceries. Where on earth is Kroger? I have no idea. Probably Leesburg? Let's go to Kroger and find out. I don't know. KRO Kroger in Leesburg. No physical Kroger stores in Florida. What? There are no stores in Florida. They do not have any traditional supermarkets in Florida. They previously offered a grocery delivery from fulfillment center in Groveland, but they have since stopped service. Well, Groveland, Florida, I think is actually near the Villages. So there is no more Kroger. Online ordering, you can order groceries online directly from Kroger. Delivery are made from Kroger's online. So good luck with that. I'm not big into ordering stuff because half the stuff I order I have to return, and I'm not into returning stuff. So to me, it creates more stress. That's why I just rather go to the grocery store and look at a product. Yeah, it looks right, seems right. I'm gonna buy it, rather than looking at a picture online and have it delivered and it's not what I want. Then I have to return it. It just creates stress for me. That's why I'm not big into ordering online. Especially groceries. But there's a lot of other people that are more progressive thinking than me. Maybe I belong in the North because I have an old soul. Yeah, there's a lot of Amazon delivery. I order from Amazon quite a bit, but not groceries, just normal stuff. 65 in May. Congratulations. Happy early birthday, Craig. 5 times a week now. That's excessive, but that's good. Kroger has a huge warehouse and 2,000 trucks and no stores. Well, yeah, well, I don't know. The AI just said that he closed it down. Sam is 59. You're the young one in the crowd, Sam. You're the spring chicken. Do I find differences in the pools? Actually, yes. I actually find differences in water temperature. When I go to the Belvedere swimming pool, it is a community pool, it is not a family pool. The Belvedere swimming pool water temperatures are always lower than like the Ashland pool or the Bonnybrook pool. And I don't know why. It's maybe because of the trees around it. It's more shaded. So if I go to the Ashland pool and the water temperature is too hot, I'll just drive over 3 or 4 minutes over to the Belvedere pool and swim in nice cool water. It's really weird, the water temperature change. And that's because I think it has large mature trees around that swimming pool. But in the South, you're not going to have to worry about that. All your swimming pools are going to be hot because there's no trees. Yes, yeah. But yes, Sam, but I just read to you that they're closing that down. So I don't know what's going to happen there. It was within the last couple of weeks the grocery order came while we were live streaming. Those trucks are in my neighborhood every day, including today. Water's Edge. Interesting. Craig will be 61 in November. Congratulations. Happy early birthday. Damn, I'm a late bloomer. This is what I found. Bring service and value to the villages. Yes, Kroger offers online blue refrigerated trucks. Then what I just read online, I don't know. Kimberly, I'm 63. We should have birthday party live streams pretty soon. Everybody's got a birthday. Miami Kroger is closed. Kroger is actually a really good grocery store chain. They really have good, solid financial statements. I used to make a living analyzing large company financial statements in my life, and Kroger is an A-rated company. They're based in the South, somewhere, I don't know, Atlanta or Nashville, Tennessee, and they're a really good food chain. Good balance sheet. It's an awesome store. So if you can continue to patronize them, awesome. I'm a November birthday too. Happy birthday. Well, look at that. We're going to have birthday celebrations on the live stream one day. Birthday for every day is my birthday. Oh my God. How many? Hour and 22 minutes. Is everybody sick of listening to me and watching me for today? It was a good live stream. I like it. Hopefully next week the Village's website will be back up and we can go over through some new homes. I want to go over the map that Craig sent me. I keep promising to do that, but this time he sent me in PDF. There should be no reason I cannot transfer it from my phone to my computer. And then we'll go over the map of the new District 16. And that's going to be interesting to go through. Back Kimberly. Cincinnati is where they are. Yeah. Okay. Thank you again. You're welcome, Kimberly. After May, every day will be Saturday. Yeah, congratulations, Craig. Absolutely. Don't retire too late. Number one mistake. People work too long. They retire and they don't have enough time in retirement and something happens. If you're healthy and if you can afford it, retire sooner rather than later. That's the reason I retired at the age of 61 or so. I got a family of bad health issues. Who knows how long I'm going to last, so I decided to retire. So that's my advice. There's no reason to keep putting money in the bank if you're not going to be around long enough to spend it. Thanks so much. You're welcome, Craig. Thanks, Sam. Retire ASAP. I agree with you, Sam. And we're going to leave the live stream with Sam's comment. Retire as soon as possible. Again, thanks everybody for liking, subscribing, sharing. Worth the wait. Absolutely. I sold my business and retired at 60, Craig. Awesome. I agree. Retire ASAP. That's it for today. Thanks for liking. I appreciate it. Watch the videos, share the videos. We'll go live again next week, approximately the same time. I appreciate each and every one of you. Take care, everyone. Stay safe and have a good one.